Welcome, I'm Simon, and I will walk you through scientific illustration and how to really make great pictures in the science field. We'll start with visualization of ball grid array, how to package your quantum chips. So this is really our fully completed scene. We have one plane which is quite big. Uh, so let's just recreate it from scratch. Uh, let's just delete this and uh, so uh, so this is our scene. We have our camera, which is by pressing 0, we will enter the camera mode, and we can really move camera using our mouse. So here is really we need to check a few things before, which is I think camera to view, so we can move our camera using our mouse, not by pressing G. So this is really our camera. We first need to set up our scene by pressing Shift A and adding a plane, which will be like ground plane or a plane for uh, just basically ground. We will assign a new material and we will go for black, and we can decrease roughness. So here, by entering the shading, we will have black scene. So now we can add our mesh, and this is our mesh, and we will click tab and E for extrusion, and we will enter some value which will be 0.15, and now we need to assign a material. For this we will assign already pre-made material, which we can really define here. This is our marble definition of our material. You can see other videos how to do materials, but this is basically our node for materials. Uh, so this is really our material. We need to add some light, which is area, by pressing G and Z. We will move it upwards, and we will create more powerful light by changing the power here in the menu or settings tab. So we can go for, let's say, this, and let's press 0, and uh, uh, now we will increase roughness so it won't be that rough. So this is really our material. You can see nice marble or silicone-ish kind of material here. Now we need to add a sphere, which is here, small sphere. So we will scale it down by pressing S and G and Z, and now we will move it accordingly. So we can create our so this is really our sphere. We will click right button on our mouse and select shade smooth. So this is our ball grid array. Now in the modifier, we will click generate and array, and we can go with factor minus 1.5 and count let's say 4, and move it like this. So now we need to add array again, so we can really it's 0 here, 1.5, so we can really create a nice array. So this is really our array. We will change to the materials, and we will click let's say mother of pearl, which is defined here. So this is our material, and now we can jump uh, to the rendered view, and this is our scientific illustration for our quantum chip component ball grid array. So let's close this, and let's choose materials. This is very simple. We have only the only difference is that we have more lighting here, and we have spotlight, which we can define here by clicking spot here, and we need to change few values like power, and maybe we can change the radius, and we can even change the spot size. So this is the only difference here. This is just simple shift A and plane and just extrusion, and this is how it looks like when it's rendered. We have material like marble or silicon. We have metal layer, which is either aluminum, and we have oxide layer, which is for material some red value, and it looks like this. It's frosted glass, and here is really our setup of material. It's very simple. So this is our material setup. Um, we have Josephson junction here, which we can do simply by uh, having first kind of plane, and then we will click Shift D to duplicate it, G to move it, R to rotate along a z-axis 90 degrees, and now we will jump from the camera view, and we will change some properties. We will move this a little bit backwards. We can go minus, we need to move it first so we see what we are doing. We will move it by G along I-axis, and let's say -1, and now we can really extrude it like this. And now what we're gonna do is we will choose the edge again by pressing the edge icon here on top, and we will do G, and maybe what we need to do first is extrude it, and then move it like this, and then just change the line like this, 0.1. So this is really our junction, and we will add our layer here, which is a simple plane extruded, and there is our junction, and there is here's how it looks like when it's rendered. Here's silicon layer, here is metal, and here is oxide layer for Josephson junction. So this is really Josephson junction render. And now we have our quantum chip, which is here. If we jump out of this, we have seen like we defined before. So there's a plane and one lighting, one lighting setup, I mean, which is a light plane here. So we have power for up to 1500 watts. And here is our camera. Camera is centered on quantum chip. And if we really mm, kind of uh, move our plane out of collection and make disappear our quantum chip, here is our file for quantum chip, which is generated from Qiskit metal. We can move it, so we will center it and we will click rotate along x-axis and minus 90 degrees. So we have our quantum chip. We need to move it to the scene accordingly, and we will click on the plane and shift D, G and Z to move it upwards a little bit, let's say 0.5. And now we click tab and choose the edges and click shift D, G and Z to really move it, let's say um, to 10. Now we will click Z and wireframe, and we will delete basically everything here. We'll delete everything from vertices, click tab again, Z for solid, and here is our plane. Now we will click tab A to really I would say choose everything, and F for face. So here is our face. Will be kind of to fill in the ground plane within the chip. So I mean edged ground plane. So let's select G, Z, minus 10 to move it like we desire. Minus 2 to move it a little bit downwards. Now we will click A, Z, and let's say 0.2 to really kind of make our quantum chip. Now we will need to choose different items which are our metal layer. So we will click tab A, extrude for E and Z, and let's say 0.2 and Z I said. So this is our really extruded. Now we can choose the plane we kind of created. I'll scale it down a little bit and move it upwards. So now we can click tab and E and Z for our vertical axis, and we can move it 0.1. So this is really our plane. Now we need to define materials, which we do by clicking color here and choosing the material. For etched material, we will choose first material, which is okay. Now it stopped responding. So for the plane, we defined our material as material 0, 0, 0, 1, and here is our definition for our kind of gravelish kind of material for etched layer. So here's the definition. There are some nodes. You can look up the tutorials on different channels. So we will need to scale it a little bit. So for this we will click S and Shift Z for scaling only for desired axis. So here is our really a plane scale down a little bit. Here is our main color, which is the other one. Um, so uh, let me here is our material where we can so here is our main material. There are some nodes. If we double click this, there are some nodes. You can see there's quite a few nodes to define this material. And so we have our two main materials assigned. If we click render mode, we will see materials, hopefully. So here are main materials. Now we need to assign other materials, so we can just click and with shift select all the other materials. We will go to materials and we will choose our um, different material, which is if we don't see our material and want to really mm, export it from the other file, we can really click append and material and select the material we wish to have imported into our the file. And here's really we can choose this material, and in order to select it for multiple files we need to link materials. And now you will see uh, it will change the hopefully it will change the materials. If we click link materials, yeah, it changed now the materials, but the material is not perfect, so we would need to really change it to different material, which might be this one, and again link materials. And now it's too it's not perfect again, so um let's choose galvanized link materials, and maybe you can see any difference. Yeah, there it is. So it's more like metallish kind of color. So here is our render for our quantum chip, and here is our fully render chip. By clicking render and render image, we can really create image which we can export by clicking image and save as. So here's our tutorial how to make scientific illustrations.